Hey guys, I'm Antandra, and today I want to show you guys a really cool plugin I just bought from Dmitry Sches. It's called Tantra. So basically, I've loaded up a silent patch here, which is a really cool synth that I also love. I just put a basic lead sound, and without Tantra, it sounds like this. Just a pretty basic sound. Now I'm going to throw on Tantra with a preset that I selected. As you can see, it transforms the sound dramatically. I just selected the first preset. There are 4 banks of factory presets, and you can save your own very easily from the same menu. Right here is the bypass button, so you can hear the dry and wet. So here it is with Tantra, and then here it is without. With, without. There's this panic button, so if you get some weird long echoes that you don't know what to do with, you just hit this and it resets that. This button here is for your MIDI mapping, so you can actually assign using MIDI learn to most of the controls in Tantra, and you can save MIDI map presets or load them, and various other things in there you can explore. It's got a great manual that I was just checking out as well. This tremolo effect is really awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the default preset, which you don't hear any effect with the default. So there's the step grid or the curve grid for these 8 separate modulators. And they're all assignable to whatever effect parameters of these 6 different effects you want. And there's also 2 layers, so there's an A and a B, 2 layers worth of effects, and you can run them in parallel or one after the other. And so if you turn up this tremolo, all right, so first I'm going to program a basic pattern here in the step. And if you want to shorten it down, you can just click up above and it will conform to that length. And you can adjust the speed that it plays back here and whether or not it's synced to your beat. So now I'm going to play it, still not hearing anything, but watch, if I turn up the tremolo, it starts cutting the volume up and down. If I turn up the pan flip, it starts panning back and forth. So if I turn this down, you can't hear it because the tremolo is turning it down. Or maybe you can. I just put my headphones on. Okay. Yeah, now it's only in the left if the tremolo's up, but if I turn that down, then you can hear it panning back and forth. Alright, so if you put it to 30 seconds, it plays back faster. You can also switch this over to curve mode, and you can right-click to add nodes. And it'll play back at whatever length the pattern is, which is really cool. The nodes all snap to a grid, which is very handy. And you can click and drag to bend these curves. So I'm going to turn the tremolo back up. So now if I want to assign, say, the frequency filter cutoff to this modulation pattern that I've created, all I'd have to do is either go into the matrix mode and select mod 1 and select the filter A, and I can change the depth here. And then if I bring this down, wait, okay, did I select? Oh, I selected the on. I want the cutoff. There you go. So now it's changing that. And that's really cool. Another way to set that is you can just right-click on any knob, and then you can set it to the mod you want, and then you can just hold Control and click and drag to set the amount, the depth. So that's really handy. And you can change the order that all of these effects route through each other. So if I wanted the tremolo to go last after all the other effects, that's doable. Now, if I change this to, this is G for global, or A and B, so the tremolo can either affect everything globally after the effects layer A and B, or you can just have it affect A or B. If you switch it to global, the position that you move this into doesn't affect anything. But if you have it on A or B, then it will. So you could have the tremolo first and then have, yeah, if you get the idea. And then there's this really cool shuffle feature as well. So you can notice the grid of the mod moving up here as I turn shuffle up. It's pretty awesome. There's also tension that bends the curves. So that's really cool. And we also have this gate feature, which I still haven't read about, so I need to figure out what that does. Maybe that's only in the step mode. Yeah, that's in the... Oh, okay, yeah, that just controls the length of the gate in the step. So as you can see, the shuffle and gate work in interesting ways when you're in the step mode. And there's just some really great effects here. It's got a lot of great filter modes. There's vowel filter. There's an octave bend, pitch shift, ring mod, phaser, the 8-point and the 4-point. And then you have band pass, high pass, and low pass 24, which is the steeper curve, and 12, which is less steep. Then you have a dry wet and an on-off and an EQ built right into it. So then you have your distortion, which is really cool. And yeah, you have the delay, which you can link or unlink. When you turn that up here, you can hear that it has a really cool turntable delay, tape delay kind of effect when you change the speed. You can do the ping pong delay. It also has these filters. You can turn up the feedback. Yeah, and then you have this lo-fi. So if you turn that up, let's put that at the end. You can hear that really mangles the sound. It's really great in conjunction with the vowel sounds. So if I put this filter, put the filter at the end. if you find the sweet spot, you can get some cool effects that way. And then you have this cool flanger. And a really unique glitch effect. You can select the buffer size, and then you can turn on reverse, or you can adjust the scale. You can put on this smoothing to get rid of clicks. You can have it in run mode or in freeze mode. You can experiment with that to see the results. And then there's this cool stretch effect. So all the way up it's off, and as you turn it down, it bends the sound. Time stretches it, that is. Very cool. And then it has this built-in EQ and reverb on the master that sound great. You got a dry wet knob here and a pan. It's also got a limiter. And you get all that times 2. And then you can control all these different things at once with these 8 different modulation matrices, I guess. They're very, very powerful. You can have slide turned on, so if you move one, it moves them all. And then if you switch it to lock, it will just move the one. So that's really cool, and you can hit this invert button to flip it all upside down. That's really handy to get some variations. And yeah, I just love how easy it is to add these points and move them around. Get some really cool effects. So I'm going to be giving away a free sample pack I made with 21 sounds or loops that I recorded with this. There's 5 bass sounds, 5 synth sounds, actually there might be 6 bass, and 5 effects, SFX, and then there's 5 rhythmic, like drum pattern type sounds, and that'll be free. There's a link in the description, so be sure to check that out. And also, my website is Antandra.com, which you'll also find in the description. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please support Dmitry Sches in his plugin development by purchasing the plugin. And have a great day. Thanks.